In the previous lesson, we have used a couple HTML tags, but the usage of HTML can be even more extensive. In this lesson, we will learn about using HTML to make requests. We're going to use this HTML code that will request to turn the light on or off. You can download this file named request.html from the GitHub, linked in the description. Open the file with any editor. We're going to convert the HTML into one single string so that we can import into the code. To do so, we have to put the entire code into a variable in one line as shown on the picture. First, create a variable called r and put every line into the variable r as shown. Then, on top, add r equals http:/1.0 space 200 space ok\n to make it available on iPhone and iPad as well. Then copy the entire code and go to the ESP8266. Create a new file. Paste the code we copied. Save the file as html.lua and then go to the wifi.lua file we created in the previous lesson. It will be accessible by clicking on the tab in the yellow box. Here, we'll import the html.lua into the file by writing require HTML as shown in the yellow box. Now, we are going to replace the HTML snippet with the variable r from the html.lua file. Remove the code in the yellow box and type r. Then hit the reset button to avoid any error. Then, click on the Save to ESP button. After running the program, I got the same IP address, but the address can be changed since we are using a dynamic IP, which gets generated dynamically by the router. We will learn how to use the static IP addresses later. Now, let's go to the browser to check the result. On the web browser, you'll get the external output. Once accessed, you can see what happened in the web server from the right side in the console of ESP8266. As you can see here, the data printed twice because the receive event is getting executed twice. This happened because a web browser tried to get the favicon.ico. In the get/http:/1.1 in the first receive event, get is the request type. The first slash is the request URL name. http:/1.1 is the request protocol name. The second receive event is the same structure, get/favicon.ico http:/1.1. Request type, request URL, and the requested protocol. These requests are made by the browser. Let's go back to the browser to see what happens when we click on the buttons we created. Let's click on the Switch On LED button. After clicking the button, you can see the change on the address field. The address was changed from just the IP address to IP address plus $pin equals on. Let's go back to the ESP8266. Here you can see the changed event after clicking the on button. Get/?pin equals on http:/1.1. Same as before, this has three parts. Get as a request type, /?pin equals on as a request URL, http:/1.1 as the requested protocol. In the second parameter, pin is the key and on is its value. Let's go back to the web browser to see what happens when we click on the off button. When we click on the off button, the address changes to 172.16.1.44/?pin equals off. Go back to the ESP8266. As shown in the yellow box, the event code is get/pin equals off http:/1.1. Here in the request URL, key is the pin and its value is off. Next thing we have to do, which will be covered in the next lesson, is to retrieve values from this yellow box when the pin is on or off. We don't need to consider second event including favicon.ico. We created a web server and connected to it with the web browser. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to retrieve the values in the data in the yellow box. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. Thank you.